So VA the podcast, episode 12. It's your boy Drew Dad.
It's your boy Archie Tony.
Oh, dang! It's your boy Owie Coley, aka Hughes Ball Seeds. I'm sorry, I was in my head.
Yes, sir. Fettuccine way. Let's get to it, fellas.
Hey, wait a minute. Let's tell them what to do, man. Make sure they like, share, and subscribe. Y'all already here. Y'all been listening for 35 seconds. Go ahead and hit that like button, man. What's your issue?
Right.
Support your niggas.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, share,
Consistently dropping.
comment.
Let's get to these topics.
LeBron approached Stephen A. Smith. What's you guys' take on that?
I feel like LeBron was justified in doing so, because I just think some of these like sports analysts, some of these sports analysts need to start treating the players like human beings. You know what I'm saying? You sat up here, you talked about this man for 23 years, and it's one subject that he was sensitive about. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? You pissed him off, and now you got this 6'8", you know what I'm saying, physical specimen approaching you. They gotta be checked from time to time. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say everything you want and shit be sweet. And I think LeBron possibly considered smacking him because he got $200,000 to throw away, or a 5-game suspension or something like that. That I feel like he could risk to make his point made. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it. I'm half and half.
What's the other half?
I feel like LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Bro, they been talking about you for 22, 23 years. Like, this should rub off you, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's their job. They supposed to do that. Right. But if he ain't calling a little Bronny a B word or an N word or whatever, I feel like, bro, you swipe that off. You LeBron James, be the king, man.
But he already kind of take issue with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? It's like he overly critical already. And now you overcritical of his son just because. You know what I'm saying? He's the 55th pick. Exactly. And even when you stack him against the 56th pick, the 57th pick, he's averaging 21 points in the G League. You know what I'm saying? He's a better prospect now. It's obvious. So you only judge him based on what you know about his dad. Which, that's the only reason. I ain't gonna say it's the only reason, but it's like
it's the only reason.
The main contributing factor in him being in the NBA. So fair is fair, I guess. But it's a way, when you get the pull or when you get to the position that LeBron is, it's a way you're going to talk about me and my family. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he's just setting the standard for that, like the mark for that. Like the rest of y'all, I smacked the shit out of you too, Bron Wills. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Whoever the rest of the niggas is. It's going to come down to Jalen Rose gets smacked.
Kobe hit 81 on my boy.
Oh, man.
Tony, what you got, man?
I think they just tired of Stephen A. Smith.
I
think athletes as a whole, they're just tired of Stephen A. Smith.
That's some Drake shit. He on his Drake shit. They didn't have enough.
They just had enough. First, he was a voice for the player's player, but now he just, I don't know, it's just, ever since he got that bread, it's just.
Right. He just got it, didn't he? He just got it. He just got $100 million.
Well, let me say a little bit before the break, because I feel like the entertainment business, you're already knowing what's going on before you get to the public. The topics was just different. Your takes were just extremely, I'm not going to say extremely, but man, I don't know. I can't even rock Stephen A. Smith no more.
What has he been saying though? Because I haven't really been listening. I've been listening to his nephew. His nephew come on the show. That nigga funny. But I don't listen to Stephen A. Smith like that.
Yeah.
There's a point now where it's just like LeBron is the topic of conversation, or a lot that has to do with black athletes. And what I will say is this, because a lot of people feel like when you're black and you're in the entertainment business, for some reason you don't like you have to publicly act like you don't identify with Black American issues, or even someone that's in sports journalism. You know, he does not. He just does not identify with the Black American experience in sports no more. like it's like he's just totally
disconnected.
They're just totally disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost to a point where I feel like are they paying you to say this?
Yeah.
Like are they paying you to go so left? Is that what they're doing? They paying you to go so left? You know, you the face of the network, and you are a black man. So sometimes I just feel like are you relinquishing cultural identity for fictitious approval?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They gonna check what he say. They definitely gonna.
Yeah. Like, are you tap dancing to make someone happy?
Yeah.
And the thing is, he kind of started reaching out to the younger black podcasters and, you know what I'm saying, everybody else who was talking about sports and kind of giving them a leg up. I think he helped out Matt Barnes and Stephen, what's his name?
Jackson.
Stephen Jackson. And he helped out Cameron and Mace, and he'll pop up on their shows. Right. But I think that helped him out more than it helped them out.
Yes.
It kind of...
You feel like he's an artist getting ready to drop an album.
Mm-hmm.
Like you hit him on it, right?
Right. So it is like Drake. That's Stephen Drake Smith.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he get the up and coming analysts and all the people who popping, who, you know what I'm saying? He kind of, you know what I'm saying, solidify them by going on that show, chopping it up for a second. But black people ain't fucking with you unless you on their show. You know what I'm saying? And he know how to bounce between, you know what I'm saying? He know how to speak two different languages, basically.
Yeah.
But when it's his time to talk, it's usually he's speaking for the other side. You know what I'm saying?
No, I guess they helping each other, kind of.
Right.
We need this nigga.
Yeah, you know how
he trying to use them.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to cope with it. And I'm not, and I have nothing against that because I know how to code switch. Like, I play soccer and lacrosse. Like, I know how to code switch. I have nothing against it, but when you're standing on your square, I'm for the black experience at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. I feel like he doing more than code switching. He's switching personalities. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he queens when he come mess with Cameron, but he go back and be with Molly or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He
so Hollywood, like,
take cheap Republican.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Yeah. I feel like it's a 50-50 thing. Like, Braun was being a parent, so I definitely understand that. Like, you did what a father would do.
Right.
But also too, you know what I mean, on the analyst side, you know, Stephen A was, you know, doing his job. You know what I mean? And when you're kind of like boasting about how your child could be better than half the players in the league,
right? You're
gonna have these reporters and basketball players come at you some type of way for real.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely was expected for the outcome for sure. But like I said, it's definitely a 50-50 answer for sure. Cause like I said, bro, he set Bron at a high pedestal, man.
Yeah.
So that's like, for instance, like LeVar Ball.
Right.
Like, when he came in and he was putting his sons out there for real. Like, LeVar Ball talked this talk, and he went on to the shadows, and they did what they had to do, man. And now look, we credited him for doing what he had to do as a father, for sure. Like, it's different type of ways he could have went about that. Like, he could have reacted how he reacted, or hey, you know what? We gonna keep working and prove these guys wrong type shit. And, later on it shows in his game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, like, if you're gonna come at Stephen A, there's a lot of analysts out here that's saying crazy stuff just as well. So, you know what I mean? That's something you're gonna have to face. Like, yeah, he got at him, but everybody else got something to say as well too. So
yeah, that's another thing. My bad. It's like that's the only thing they can pull LeBron down from too.
Yeah,
it's like he been the king so long.
Yeah,
king so long.
Right,
and then that's the only thing you can really say that's bad about him. He's a good family man. He been hooping forever, breaking records. So it's like when they see that, they gonna capitalize on that.
Yeah, I think LeBron will live with that.
Yeah,
the only thing he doing is pressing niggas about his son.
Yeah,
LeBron, he not no soft nigga. I think people just.
That's not gonna hurt him in any kind of way. The Black American community, we looking like
absolutely.
Hold up, we looking like he's at the end of the day, and that's something that the regular person that does not make 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 figures a year we can identify with that, with that motion right there, that modality.
Mm-hmm.
We can identify with that.
Put that nigga Stephen A in a headlock and
Right.
rubber balls hook in his head, man. All you gonna do is talk about it on his show.
Right. Yeah, you can tell like the energy was deflated from Stephen A.
Yeah.
AEW
It definitely killed his vibe, bro.
Match, man.
Huh?
AEW do a charity wrestling match.
Oh, God.
LeBron, Stephen A.
Stephen A won't make it out that ring.
Nah, man.
You gonna make it 30 seconds.
You gonna make it in the ring.
No.
Right? That nigga pass out backstage.
Right.
What would be we all kind of seem like we understand it. What would be the negative side of LeBron doing that?
To the negative side?
Yeah, like if we just playing like devil's advocate or whatever, it's like what would be the negative of him approaching Stephen A. Smith like that? You said one thing like you gotta talk about Skip basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Skip got passes all these years and he just go to the wayside, but when it's a black man, you know what I'm saying? You want to yoke him up,
Right?
Give him a wedgie.
Yeah.
It just show.
You know what's crazy? They say Stephen A's supposed to be going to do a show with Skip Bayless.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you ain't heard about that?
Nasty.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy, right? That's crazy.
Because they both kind of,
Yeah.
they seem kind of bitter now. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
This ain't the time. It was the time. First Take was my shit back in the day.
Right.
But this ain't.
Right. But Stephen A, you got a lot. It's a lot of athletes that really don't, dig him for, putting his opinion out there for real. He be going kind of hard too. I ain't gonna hold you. He definitely do, man. But like I said, it's either you gonna take it and go to the lab with it, or you gonna emotionally react.
Yeah, I wonder when it switched up because, like Tony said, they used to fuck with Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
It was Allen Iverson. That was his go-to,
Right.
and then he kind of crossed Allen Iverson in a way.
I think we just have a notation that he was for us as black athletes, and then there was just this switch where.
All right, what'd you say, Alexa?
Well, I was just wondering, and this is not really directly related to sports, but just thinking about how opinions and emotions can cause changes in behavior.
Absolutely.
Did he not get accused of like violating somebody's marriage or something like that?
I think that was kind of like a rumor. Jalen Rose,
Yeah.
when he was married to Molly,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Nothing really ever came out about that.
Right.
To actually put that out there, but you know what I'm saying? That's just hearsay.
Right.
Right, okay. Well, I know that I did hear about it, and I'm just thinking, like, if it is an athletic community and you can be so comfortable, like, they may be cool with Jalen Rose.
Right. They're going to pick a side.
Right.
It's like Drake, once again, like you doing too much grimy shit behind the scenes. And I forgot who's the woman sports analyst who they were accusing from Fox News. It was Shannon Sharp. It was Joy. What's her name? Joy Taylor. Because her brother played football for the Dolphins. Who she was kind of caught in the mix. The same way they said Molly was. You know what I'm saying? Let me not say too much about Molly. She'll find this shit and sue niggas.
Right.
Defamation.
Good acting.
Like, next topic, right? I did have a question.
What's up?
It's kind of associated with what you guys are talking about, but it just made me think it was something Tony said. And you said, you made a comment about code switching. And to me, I feel like, what is code switching? Because, like, what is code switching? Do you think that's an international term? Or do you think that's maybe something that is associated with cultures or communities? Because I'm familiar with code switching because in certain circumstances to get the job, to get the, the approval, to get the, the application, to get the money, the stuff you're trying to get, you kind of have to adjust certain things to make comfortable situations for everybody. Is that considered code switching? And then if it is, do you think that every culture has to worry about that? Or is that just behaving away in a time and a place or type? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you could say just behave in a time, away, and a place, but I feel like code switching is like an urban colloquial. So I feel it's just something that black people identify with. You know, we can't go in there all whoop whoop whoop. You know, we have to come in there with collegiate vernacular etiquette, grace. You know, so and that may not be our everyday characteristic. You know, every day we are amongst our fellow colleagues and pour libation and things like that. We may not always act like that, but when we in the boardroom or if we're trying to get a job or interviews or things like that, we govern ourselves accordingly. So some people might say code switching, you know.
Professionals.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
You- To gain access to certain spaces, you have to just watch how you behave. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same as being with people who understand your culture.
Right.
So it's just being on your P's and Q's and knowing your surroundings.
Black American culture is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's just not, to me, and this is my opinion, documented as successfully as other cultures and other history. Because ours is constantly evolving and developing.
Yeah, it's live.
Right. So it's
still
like
very young. It's young. Hip hop culture is hip hop music is the youngest genre today. So everything that dovetails off of that, which is the premise of hip hop is the Black American experience. So, you know, it's kind of like one goes with the other. So we always just gonna be the baby.
Well, hip hop is a big part of Black American culture now, but it was the soul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The soul era before then.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's so much to go way back that we still have even within hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? I think we got like a very like historic type of culture. You know what I'm saying? With the food, with our dances, with the type of music we listen to. You know what I'm saying? The way we speak. Like, is there any other type of I think about like patois. Is like, does patois change over time, or is it always the same? I don't know. I'm asking a question. Like how, you know what I'm saying, how Jamaican speak amongst each other.
Right.
But
I feel like the slang evolves just like with English language.
that's what I was saying. Like our slang is constantly
Yeah,
evolving. If you go to jail for 5 years, you don't know what the fuck we talking about out here.
Yeah.
Nigga, 6, 7. Like
2
they,
years.
niggas don't know what we talking
but
about.
I don't know. See that, and that's interesting. You said that too, because guys that's locked up now, sometimes they be knowing everything that's going on the outside before people that are walking the free cipher. They know what's going on.
You got a point.
They already know the move that's getting ready to be made. Who beefing? Who trying to make it to the top? Who finna get their spot take? They be knowing everything. Everything.
Like, is it maybe because they have access to the internet now? Because I remember it was a period where like Instagram came out, and if you was locked up during that time, Instagram came out, you was so lost.
Yeah.
Like as far as like social media, and you just like, well, what's a Twitter?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's X. But
Yeah.
I think it's social. It's social media. And then the essence of crime and street enterprise. Best friends of the big dog, or second in command or third in command of the big dog. They be locked up with people like that, and they be knowing what's going on. You know, sometimes it ain't always, you're not always locked up with the big dog. Sometimes you locked up with the big dog brother or they cousin or somebody you know in the street. You locked up with somebody that's messing with his baby mama. You know what I mean? She in the free world, but she putting 50 on his phone. You know what I mean? That be going on. The CEOs be talking too.
what's up, Les?
And then sometimes y'all have to, or people have to realize that the prison is a business. And
industry, yeah.
right, and everything has controlled opposition. You really can't completely disconnect anyone from anything, you know what I'm saying, and think it's not going to cause some real situations. So it's going to be still, they have computers in there, they got, social media. You'll see them on Facebook, they be in jail with their profile picture, like, it's like.
I done seen them. I seen the guy in prison. He had like $30K on Chime. Like they are getting to it. Please don't.
It's that one dude who be on TikTok who always singing. What you listen to? He was in solitaire with his hand out the window. You know what I'm saying, with himself. I'm like, this nigga. What you locked up for, sir?
TikTok, the boy, they be all on TikTok.
I'll make it happen. You gonna see this. You gonna see this experience.
Right.
You gonna see this experience. This is the irony in that this is supposed to be the Department of Corrections.
And you know how like people. You know how people judge people out here who like use social media because everybody got their, you know what I'm saying, they're judgmental. Imagine being in jail making your TikTok dances with the broom. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is whooping y'all. Niggas gonna whoop your ass. They gonna want to fight. You gonna have 3 fades.
That boy, boy got the state jump on with the sexy hips. Like, boy, if you don't got it, child time, you ain't nothing.
Hey, what looking like that?
See that? You ain't. No, you can't. Nah, he ain't playing no spades with us. None of that.
Imagine a big dog brother making niggas getting into TikTok. Yo, nigga,
No.
you trying to?
That's how they initiate the game now.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Want to be down with the plug?
Yeah, I need 100,000 views, nigga.
That's crazy.
Sweating, man. Do this.
Oh shit.
They stored for views.
Don't fuck it up, either.
What?
Don't fuck it up. Do not have too much feet.
What's your opinion on Tory Lanez's new album?
He ain't shit that girl.
I fuck with the album. You know what I'm saying? Anything you say about the album is going to be met with criticism because of, you know what I'm saying, the situation.
Right.
But I just feel like, damn, this situation been dragging out for way too long. I'm sick of this shit. It don't take 5 years for us to figure out who shot who. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in regular hood time shit, we know that shit within 3 days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's some industry shit. Like, I really don't feel like it could possibly be some nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? You going out, you with your homegirl, you know what I'm saying? You fucking both of them. Her homegirl was fucking you. She told about the dick. She like, oh, I'm a greedy bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hot girl. I'm gonna get all the dick. You know what I'm saying? So she fuck a girl. She fuck a girl nigga. Her girl was married. So she ain't need no baller niggas like that. So she tight when you figure out you fucking with her nigga. Cause that's her baller nigga. You got all the baller niggas you can get. She try to pop your ass. Did this nigga won't be Mr. Save Her? You know, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You shot me.
Dang.
He wanna be Mr. I'm not gonna snitch on nobody. I'm a Mr.
Right.
Tough Canada nigga.
Canada.
And then you left in jail. It didn't take 5 years for us to figure that out. He just put, you know what I'm saying, he just put the shit together on the album. I'm not talking about the music. I'm just talking about the shit that he said on the album.
Right.
Nigga, you should have been told us that.
So he ain't truly been sentenced yet.
Yeah, this nigga in jail for 10 years.
Oh, so it's okay. So it's official.
He doing his time. He was saying, he also saying like his lawyer was conspiring against him, and that happens sometime in the industry with like contracts and stuff. Now I don't know about situations like this, but the lawyers often work for the industry. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they assign you certain lawyers, but the lawyers is working against you at the same time. So it's kind of regular shit. And he was also talking about, you know what I'm saying, Rock Nation doing witchcraft and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna get in my conspiracy bag, I'm gonna talk about why this shit been going on for so long, and I really don't think this shit is real. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm losing faith on this shit being real because it's like every time something's, you know what I'm saying? Every time you think you about to forget about it, somebody brings something back. Man got a restraining order. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, how y'all done stretch this shit out this long, and it's still going because you know man gonna say something back.
Right, restraining.
I just think
nigga that's locked up.
I think like I think this is some shit that's feeding just this situation, not really about the album. It's feeding like the gender war shit. You know what I'm saying? They had black women mad at black men, or you listen to Tory Lanez, or you a fuck nigga, or fuck man, that nigga ain't shoot that girl. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like it's some shit that just have us against each other. The shit ain't got nothing to do with us.
Right.
Like if you like Meg, you like Meg. If you like Tory, these are entertainers. I feel like this is some entertainment shit a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You mean to tell me like if somebody gets shot in town, it's some ring cameras that'll pick some shit up. You mean tell me the rich niggas in motherfucking Hollywood Hills, them niggas ain't had no surveillance devices that would have showed us everything that happened?
Right.
Why we still asking questions about this shit?
Right.
This some entertainment shit.
Right.
But the album was entertaining. I'll give you that much.
Right. Right.
I'll let somebody else talk.
Shit, I got you. Man, from what to what you were saying about, him speaking on certain stuff. I was listening to him on Gillian Wallow the night he released the album. He was saying he couldn't really speak on certain stuff that he could, like he did on the tape. So I guess if he said certain stuff, man, it'd be, against him or whatever like that. But overall, far as me listening to it, man, he gave you a walkthrough from his whole prison sentence and all that stuff. He even give you the vibe of him being in there for real. But overall, man, I would say it's a good project. Bruh, probably like off some what's the word we was talking about last time, bruh? Some substance. Like that album is that.
Yeah.
That album is definitely a substance album for sure. You know what I mean? He's speaking his truth. And it's really no skips for real, man. So man, like, hey, man, he did his thing on that one for sure. I can't take nothing away from it. I can't take nothing away from it.
I was telling you earlier, it's like a gospel prison album.
Yeah.
Because you gotta have both. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep your faith in there, and you gotta be on point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta kind of be tough in there. You can't let yourself be too vulnerable.
Yeah.
But
yeah. He talked about all that stuff, man. He talked all them fights and stuff he going through up in there, like it's all jotted down on that album, bro. No cap. So it's like, yo, that movie, that joint. You heard I said movie. That album's pretty much like a movie.
Word.
No cap, bro. And it's I think it's number 1 on Billboard right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
They know it's doing that good. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's like one thing, like I'm critical of him because I think he's talented, just like I'm critical of Drake.
Right.
He lets himself get too influenced by other artists.
Yeah.
Like I heard A Boogie, I heard Kanye. Like, you know what I'm saying, stuff that sound just like Kanye.
Right.
It's like 4 songs that sound like he just pulled it straight off a Drake album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's too good to be doing that.
Yeah.
But it's like he's better at like his R&B shit.
Absolutely.
Like he got this song where he it's like a love, you know what I'm saying? Like a I won't say a love song, but like a romance song for the girls about this nigga just, you know what I'm saying, gooning on the prison floor. You know what I'm saying? Like that's creative as hell. That's hard to it's hard to make a love song about jerking off on the prison floor. You know what I'm saying? So he's so talented. Stop mimicking people.
I got
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I feel
you in jail, you got time. You know what I'm saying? Come out with your own unique sound. Charlamagne said that. You know what I'm saying? In an interview. But also, if he's so good at it and it works, you know what I'm saying? Stick to what you do well.
Right.
But just like, but when you so good, like as any other creative, you know what I'm saying? You got to come up with your own style.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, so you stand out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because after a while, you know what I mean, as time progresses, you know what I mean, if you're not a follower of this person, you know what I mean, you can go in the shadows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you ain't got your own style for real.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like even people who not the biggest, like we was talking about, like Wale, you know, and well, J. Cole pretty big, but it's like they got their shit. You know they always coming with their shit. You know exactly what to expect.
Absolutely.
And you know what to expect with him too, but it's just like it's different when you have a niche.
Yeah. Like you say, man, the originality is that. Like he's been criticized on that a lot, though. If you go back to certain interviews and stuff like that, they'd be like, "Yo, you know what I mean? It's a good album, but you sound like such and such."
Right.
For real.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, to your point though, yeah, you definitely gotta as an artist, period. You know what I mean? Just have your own. Don't get me wrong, you got your influences. You know what I mean? And that's one thing he did do. Like I can respect what he did on the Chicks tape.
Yeah.
The album, like he had those people that he did that song was over featured on the track just to pay him homage.
That was tough.
Yeah, absolutely. But other than that, if you ain't going about shit on your own way, you just gonna be in the shadows after a while, man. But as long as he keep drumming, man, I think he gonna be alright.
Now, speaking of somebody with creativity, tons and tons of creativity through music. Doechii recently said, like, a red flag for her was straight men. And I assume she's talking to black men. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe she's talking to white men. But, you know what I'm saying? She's a black woman. So, how do y'all feel about those comments?
That's crazy. You need a cricket sound.
We talking to you, Tuck. I don't know what you think first.
And this one, I guess you just tap dancing for the moment. I really, I went back and forth with this probably the past day or two. And as much as I want to just, this is crazy. It's not even worth the argument no more. It's just, she's just gonna tap dance for the moment.
It's sort of obvious.
Yeah.
It's like when Thug putting on the dress.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I see why you doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like you playing into some type of agenda.
Right.
You getting the support from the label and everything else. So you got to do them a favor back. So
She when they got that like that hip hop song, like I don't know, boy, Doechii, I don't know no damn Doechii till he said it about a couple
she do got some good songs. Yeah, that's her.
That shit hard as fuck.
Was she kind of talking to herself on the
Yeah,
track?
that shit was hard. That's the first song I heard. Like, as soon as he said it, the next day I heard the shit. I'm like, damn.
It's everywhere.
That's music.
But
She has a Missy Elliott-esque creativity about her. And that's an element we haven't seen in hip-hop for a long time.
Some Eminem shit.
She also be talking about her drug use on the album.
So it is its vulnerability.
Yeah. So maybe she was
hard
coked out when
as
she
fuck.
said that. Maybe she didn't get the gravity of what she was saying. Maybe she just playing. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But okay, this is the point I was getting at. It's like if I can be objective with Tory Lanez, I can be objective with her, regardless of like, you know what I'm saying. I feel like she's talking about me. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Like let me have a little bit of objectivity. Because I feel like people be so just emotionally charged when about just these celebrities. Like you can just listen to the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gotta fuck with them at the music. But some shit they say, they do go over the top. But some shit, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel about this.
But she in the air right now. It might be that serious, it might not. But I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just throw it to the wayside. Because like I said, she, like with her aesthetic, where she from, the type of music she make, I want to give her benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think she was just talking. She probably got in an argument with that nigga she talked to 5 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? They made that video. She just talking to me. I don't really take it. Like, the way she was saying it, like when I heard her, I'm like, it ain't even serious. You just want to say some shit right now.
All right, go ahead, Alexa.
Wow. I do appreciate the benefit of the doubt given to everyone and every opportunity. I do feel, as a person who recognizes the influence that people's actions have and what they say when they have a certain platform, you have to be accountable. And if you're emotional to the point that if you are having a disagreement with a man and you got to go and tell the world your red flag is a straight man, then you don't need the benefit of the doubt, because that's a serious statement to make on, in general, when you're representing anything. If you're talking amongst your friends and family, that's obviously personal. It is what it is. But when you get up and you make an interview on a platform and millions of people are listening to you and respecting you and considering what you say to be valuable, you need to be mindful of what you say.
That's a whole nother group of people who really don't know much about her besides what she would go viral for. They really checked out her music. They just kind of, why would you want to ostracize them people like that? And there's so many people in the black community who just heard they just started maybe hearing her name when she won the Grammy. And that's the next thing we hear from her. But as Tony was saying, that might be, you know what I'm saying, a purposeful move to kind of move her into this out of hip hop into this pop lane.
Right.
Go ahead, guys.
And
Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
I'm with Lexi about just an explanation, because I just find it odd that you would say something like that on the, I guess you could say on the heels, but after the breath of you being associated with, without a doubt, not just masculinity, but black masculinity, and the message that he just gave America. I just find it odd that you would say something like that and you being associated with him from an artistic standpoint and on business. You know, that's why I just kind of want that explanation. Well, you said something like that, and this man just one of the greatest performances, one of the blackest messages we're ever going to get in today's textures of times, and you have him back to the urban colloquialism of 6 degrees of separation. Y'all on the same label. So.
What, you talking about Kendrick Lamar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
I don't think Kendrick Lamar on TDE, but it's still always, TDE is always going to be associated with Kendrick Lamar.
But I'm just looking at it from, even before then, there's an underlying theme with TDE.
Yeah.
As far as their artists go.
Mm-hmm.
I just trying to figure out why she said that. Like, I can't see no other artists going out, and even when they say playful things, it's not, they dance like, it's just certain stuff like, I ain't even going.
It looked a little forced.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have went out there and said, you know what I got an issue with? The Jews. You know what I'm saying? That's a red flag for me. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have singled out no other group like that. Go ahead. Les.
And then also it's like, the reason why I do even care enough to actually respond to this topic is because in our culture, back to what Tony was kind of saying, a powerful movement just occurred, and it was really someone, in my opinion, saying, take our culture back. We're not going to continue to just allow people who sound good to put whatever message in or whatever opinions or whatever in their music and then be in our culture promoting this messaging that could come from anywhere. That's why I need an explanation, because we got Drake here who, you know, could be a really talented, wonderful man who has this great idea and took the opportunity to use his gifts to promote our culture, or he could be somebody who's just playing in our culture. Mm-hmm. And, you know what I'm saying, now we have to clean that up. Yeah. Then we got Diddy who, you know, was an icon in our culture, that we're dealing with the fact that people knew a lot and everybody just kind of giving the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. When you start trying to take stuff back and try to correct stuff, this is our representation, this is our story, you know. We have to start being mindful about when new people come on the scene. Yeah,
we got to get them niggas out early.
Right.
Yeah, as soon as you start saying some shit, that's a good point. As soon as you start saying something that don't align with what the majority of our culture think, you out of here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Daniel Caesar, that happened to Daniel Caesar.
Yeah.
Right. And what he did was not even as bad as this. Like, niggas just got him out the paint.
Yeah. And we have to
also, he ugly. So, you know what I'm saying? It's easy.
So we have to be like that, because even in other cultures, you know what I'm saying? If your music too crazy, they ain't even gonna let you get up here and, you know what I'm saying? If your video is too profane or whatever, or if you doing anything that they don't like, they're not gonna support you. Right. They don't care how good it sounds. Yeah. They're not gonna stand behind you. You're not gonna get there. They're gonna boycott you. They're gonna go to wherever you at and say, why you selling this person here? Right. It's about representation. It's the bigger picture. So that's all I'm saying. Like, us as a culture, we're overcoming the negative stereotypes of broken homes, of, you know, irresponsible men, you know what I'm saying, of our women being undesirable and stuff like that. Straight man is not a red flag. Yeah, that's too broad. That's too broad.
She could have been like, niggas with 5 kids. Right. It's so much she could have said. Just like, damn, you talking about the nigga? That's also the nigga who electrical engineer, making 6 figures. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And no kids, and just ready for a wife. Like, that nigga too. Mm-hmm. He's a red flag. Mm-hmm. But objectively, all you gotta do is like niggas.
She is bisexual though. She is bisexual. So So I will put that out there just to being fair.
Well, dang. So who are you to judge?
I mean,
Okay. Well, if that changed the dynamic for me because it's just it changed the dynamic for me because are you saying it in a hateful way? And if you're saying it in a hateful way, we live in a world now where me as a heterosexual black male, I'm gonna go ahead and say it publicly. I feel like I don't have as much protection in the Western world far as a black male who identifies with another sexual orientation, and especially if they're in the entertainment business, that's the new mafia. They have way more protection. People are going to stand up for them. Me as a heterosexual black male in America, I really have to go out the door and look left, right. No matter what they say about me, it's just going to be swept under the rug. But if I was part of this community and I was an entertainer, I wouldn't have to move a muscle. The foot soldier's going to do the work for me. And heterosexual black men, they don't have no foot soldiers to go out and do the work for them.
Maybe we need an army then, because there's plenty of us. Like we got to be more vocal.
We really don't even take cancel culture seriously because we pick and choose who we want to cancel. So it's a lot of real strong black men that are sitting there having this conversation. They're not really taking cancel culture seriously. They're just it's not even it's a minuscule thought to them because we as black Americans we pick and choose who we want to cancel. And XYZ, so
If we don't cancel them for long either. Coolest monkey in the zoo. Y'all niggas rocking Gucci now.
Right.
My thing is the alternative. Even back to the people talking about DDI and don't shop here and don't shop here. Give me the alternative.
Yeah.
I have nothing against it, but give me the alternative. You telling me don't shop here, here, and here, but you don't know anyone that has the resources that can bring you to a black-owned grocery store.
Right.
Or we in Virginia, why are you showing me a black-owned grocery store in Atlanta, Georgia? Like, just relate demographically.
Sometimes we gotta make it. Just like the alternative of the clothing. Nigga, we can do that shit. You know what I'm saying? We actually represent the culture. We can do it. And as far as the grocery store, somebody who can do that, we got to network with them and build a big enough network.
So who advocate for the heterosexual black man? Cause y'all don't. Y'all don't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
There's protect everything else. There's protect this, protect this, protect that. But
like,
where's the hashtag?
Yeah, like you are absolutely right.
Had a global. Well, I'm just gonna call it. In the past 10 years, we've had a global ethical class on sexual orientation. In the last decade, I'm just going to call it a global ethical class. And now it looks like a contradicting statement. Because I know if I was to go out and say something like that, it's done for me.
Yeah.
Right.
It's done for me. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Right? So just...
It's crazy.
Yeah, as a heterosexual black man, you feel attacked. Like, dang. Like, is it really like so when people say things like is there really an agenda against black masculinity? Is black masculinity such an autonomous feature that there has to be a deliberate agenda to annihilate it in society?
I think so. And how do you do that? Because the people who advocate for the black man, the black woman. There was a picture they showed a long time ago, and it was this woman and standing in front of the police, black woman, and she had a machete. And she was just standing in front of her son, and she was saying, y'all not taking him nowhere. And that historically has been an energy that has been the foundation of the black community. The black women, y'all not taking him nowhere. We don't care. No, we gonna boycott. We're not gonna show up. We're not gonna participate. We're not gonna buy ourselves. And that's what they're doing now, but they created this wedge. So now they done got the black women advocating for everybody else. And the black men who have never really been confrontational, just the stereotypes, just the rumors and the narratives and the pictures they create. But you don't really see no more crime or craziness at any occasion than any other culture. You go somewhere and they having a party and they drinking and stuff, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
A sport event, anything. So it's just like anywhere else, except black men are unprotected. Black men can't say nothing because you always gotta be mindful. You always gotta code switch. You can't even, when you go out, when you leave a building going to your car, you gotta be on code. Because somebody having a problem with you could lead to something else. That's not even being at a job interview. That's just walking outside your house, like you said. And historically, it would be the black woman. Leave him alone. Why you bother him?
Right.
Us getting together and saying no.
Yeah.
All these cultures got their advocacy, but who has the straight black man point?
There's anti-hate policies for
Yeah.
every type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's funny to me because we advocate so much for quote unquote non-traditional lifestyle, and now we at a point where just almost like what really needs to be seen just don't want to be seen. Well, I'm not gonna say don't want to be seen, but they're just doing any and everything.
Like
It's not to be on public display no more.
Like 19 Keys says, there's some heterophobia out here. But that's also why I try to stay objective, basically, like what you said, because the one who's going to advocate for us is the black woman. So I don't want to take no comments said by Doechii, who, like Tony said, she got reasons why she's saying this. And then say something that leads to us being against black women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not attributing whatever she got to say. She just let out.
I don't want to be a part of that division.
Right.
I don't want to be a part of that.
I'm standing 10 toes down for black women. You know what I'm saying? Because they 10 toes down for me. And that's just how I see shit. That's how shit is in my life.
Right. And that's all I'm saying is I'm just like, who gonna advocate for the heterosexual black male? Because at the end of the day, my ego lives in your mind, so I don't breathe until you think, which is a deeper lesson in that. So I'm not even gonna get into that. But my ego, my throne, my throne is in here, black woman. My ego is here for you. I don't breathe until you start to think.
And I respect what you guys are saying. Because unfortunately for you guys, y'all are in a very sensitive space. You really can't say but so much because of what we just discussed. But for me, as a black woman who is not playing in well representation of our culture, I want clarity. So I need, and anyone who's in my demographic, we need an understanding of why you said that. That would be relatable and applicable to a good message to promote into the world.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, that's just your personal belief, and I don't want to get behind somebody who's so comfortable promoting something like that when things are so sensitive right now. Right. And if you're not aware of that, then you really don't need to be representing this culture, because part of representing this culture is being mindful of the future. And so what you put out, what image and whatever influence you're making, it needs to be in line with what I think is going to be beneficial for the future, for me to support. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, it's been too much groundwork laid.
Yeah, that's pretty. We just need clarity at this point.
Right.
Yeah, we just need clarity.
It been too much groundwork laid with the Black Panthers, you know what I'm saying, with the civil rights movements, and too much unity to just get to this point where we at right now in the culture and just be kind of finding unnecessary wedges to come between each other, because that's not even what we based on.
You know, but at the same time, we need to start closing some of these gates, because if you ain't with us, you against us.
Right.
Everybody, what they say, all of us who look like us ain't us, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But once we identify them, we gotta stop inviting everybody to the cookout. Some of these folks, even if they look like us, you uninvited because you coming with macaroni salad made with mayonnaise and whatever else.
Right, hey.
That's another thing too. We are always so inviting.
Yes.
With the Black American experience, no matter with the hardships we go through. You know, everybody wants to be with us in our joyous time when we dancing and be the best athletes and our music runs the world. But you're not going to experience being in a place of employment and being overqualified and still not getting
Hailey and DDG. Apparently this week he was on social media. He was saying that he wants to see his son, and he hasn't been really able to. What y'all think about that?
I kind of my fault. Go ahead.
I have no comment. I have no comment on that. I'm going to say that now.
I kind of want to see what she got to say before because like she don't even seem like somebody we should be dogpiling on.
Right.
I want to hear what she got to say.
Be the one.
She did say that her and the baby both were sick, and he did even say he wants to see his baby sick. So he confirmed, not intentionally, but she said the whole month her and the baby sick, and we know it's been flu and stuff going on.
But if the baby's sick and he want to see the baby, I don't see why he couldn't see the baby. I don't know. Because did he want to leave with the baby? You know what I'm saying? People come on the internet and they tell their narrative of how they think things should have went, and are you going to have the baby drive hours? He said he drove hours to get there. Mm-hmm. Are you going to have the baby drive hours back to where you're going sick to be around, you know what I'm saying, people? And I don't know. I don't know if it was a good idea or not. Maybe it was just something simple that they disagreed on, and that was the final straw. And we kind of judging off of that, but just generally speaking, I do feel like black fathers who want to be in their child's lives should get the opportunity and not have their child used as a bargaining tool. You know what I'm saying? It's like a source of power. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna do what I say, or I'm going to withhold this from you. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. I don't want to put that on her but like you said, sometimes that do be the case. It be the ones you wouldn't expect because they would have never thought they'd be in this situation. They didn't in it, and they mad that they're in this situation dealing with it. So they have a little, you know what I'm saying? I hate to say bitterness, but we all bitter in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? Like even a guy who thought he was going to be with a girl his whole life, and then she leveled up and he chose not to. Mm-hmm. He can be like a bitter baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. It worked both ways.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But DDG, he seems sincere, but that don't mean that's the only perspective to have. And I don't really I like them as a couple. Yeah. I don't really want to say nothing that's like a wedge in between them, either one way or the other. Right. Y'all work that shit out, man.
Right. Yeah. All right, so you about to say something? Man.
I feel it though.
I feel you, bro. Man, to what you were saying, bro. Man, two sides to every coin. Yeah. So you can't really, elaborate on what's actually going on between them two. You know what I mean? They should actually work it out. But outside of their relationship, all I have to say is, hey, man, examine your partner before you get to that point. And I'm going to leave that at that. That's my answer on that.
Yeah.
Two sides to every coin. That's all it is, baby.
Keep y'all shit off the internet.
Yeah.
Fast. You know what I'm saying? That's where your shit get complicated. I understand what he's saying too is like, I gotta take it here so I can, but it's still so you can get what you want. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Figure out another way to communicate, because you were able to communicate with her this long. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all had a real relationship. This ain't, the internet is never the answer, I don't feel like. You know what I'm saying?
Not just the internet, family and shit too. Like,
right.
Keep it between you and you and you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
Right. Enough of that.
Bro,
I gotta put this in the vlog, my bad.
Do what you do.
This nigga vlog it!
This nigga vlog it.
Okay, y'all ready?
I'm tired of nigga dad's whoop my ass at the end of every show.
Nobody knows.
You lucky I'm sore. I would have jumped on it. I'm sore. I would have just slid it there. But Monday.
Nigga ain't even dance. I know he's sore.
Boy, I'm
nigga ain't danced all episode.
You right. That leg ain't move.
It was stiff one.
Yeah,
it ain't even cold.
Now to hit him with something.
All right, 3.
No pause.
Oh, so VA, it's a wrap. Get y'all black ass out of here.
Just like that. Hot dog.
Hey man,
Let's get it.
ain't going no fucking way, nigga. What's up?
Lord, you know good well you got too much going on.
He set me up.